Grand evening, beautiful beings, wholeness. This is Naja Rashida Silvertree here. Welcome to Silvertree Rune Readings. Today marks the closure of the full moon portal. So we have completed a whole lunar cycle. And also it's the last day of January, and tomorrow begins a new month in the Gregorian calendar. So I find that today is just a day of completion and of sealing the seeds in the earth energy. So let's get into this. I didn't take any notes this time. I meditated for about 5 minutes. I went on this beautiful hike to watch the sunset on a nearby hill, and then I came back, because I've been doing a lot of work online and looking at screens and using a lot of, cell phone and just doing a lot of stuff with online work. And so I needed that, to go out into nature and sit on the mountain and sit with the rocks and just be still. And so this is the rune that I pulled, and I feel a lot more at peace, to be quite frank. I feel just very still within myself and ready to release and ready to move forward on my path. I feel really, really whole right now. So this is the rune that I pulled for today. And it's kind of self-explanatory. I mean, once you look at it, what does it look like? A plant, or an herb, or a tree, okay? And what I'm getting right now at this moment is health. So I think this reading is going to center around, or we're opening up with the importance of your physical health or mental health, your emotional health, anything that deals with health, your financial health, anything that deals with health at this moment, meaning growth, okay? And I'm really picking up on herb medicine, herb magic. So anything to deal with the herbs, okay? Meaning what comes to mind right now is ginger root, cilantro, basil, those teas. I'm also picking up Chinese medicines. I actually live with a family or a woman, a mother. She is a specialist in Chinese medicine, acupuncture, but that comes up very strongly here at this moment. So this energy of health, and what does this mean for you? Mental health. So mental health. Again, tying this into the human collective. What does it mean? What is your relationship with your mentality, right? We spend many hours of our days consuming. We consume a lot, and not just through technology or through media, but we consume energies constantly. Then we consume the energies of our lovers, we consume the energies of our children, we consume the energies of our employers, we consume the energies of the very places that we live, right? Many of us rent spaces, okay? Apartments and condos and rooms and studios. And what comes to my mind is that a lot of the time when we're in movement, right? When we're in movement, when we are entering into a space of newness, at times when we're moving into a new place, we don't really think of the energy that was there before, right? We move into this new empty space and we're thinking, ah, yes, this is mine. This is something I can claim. This is something that I'm going to make my own. I have my own place. But we don't think of all the feelings and all the thoughts and all the actions and all the events that took place before we move into that new space. And so for those of you who are planning to make moves or you're moving into a new area, really give blessings to the space that you're at in the present moment. Give thanks and gratitude for the ones who came before you in that space. Thank the land that holds you. You know, some of us live in the countryside, some of us live, in the city. What I'm doing personally is I want to make this a habit anywhere that I live, whether it be short-term, long-term. Whenever I arrive, as a spiritualist, I'm always burning sage, okay? Like, that's just my thing. But being very aware and with intention, acknowledging the energy that's there. Because you don't know, it's almost like when you and your new husband or maybe you're single and you buy this new home, right? Or you purchase this building to start your business. You have no idea, that realtor, he's or she's doing her best or the best that he can or she can to sell you that new space. They're not going to tell you all the nooks and crannies, and maybe they don't even know themselves the history behind the space that you are going to occupy. But create your own prayers, create your own connection to the place. As a light worker, energy worker, someone who's very sensitive to energies and other dimensions and realities and spirit world, I'm incredibly sensitive to new spaces. And so with this rune, I just feel very deeply that wherever you ground yourself, okay, and this is also an arrow as well. So wherever you root, you plant yourself and you anchor yourself and you anchor in all this beautiful new energy and thoughts and feelings and emotions and creative power, all these beautiful things that you bring with you into a new space. Give an offering, okay, in prayer. Give an offering in cleaning the space. Give an offering of gratitude or protection and guidance in the new space. There's been several times on my path, and I was very super sensitive to as a child, but I would always, if it was a really nice space, I always wanted to stay, right? And I mean, I could be visiting a relative or sleeping in a hotel room or, going abroad, living in a hostel, staying the night at a friend's. I've always been incredibly sensitive to the space that I would, temporarily be in or long term. And it would affect my dreams. I would have very intense connection to the energies that are there. I'm a strong believer in portals and, and that energies and homes hold a lot of memory, okay? Energetic memory, soul memory, spirit memory, okay? And good, bad, happy, sad, all of the emotions and all of the experiences that we have as human beings, we make energy imprints everywhere we go. And homes are by far one of the most powerful vessels and portals imaginable. I mean, if you think of a dining room, the energy in the dining room, if you think of the energy in the kitchen, the energy in the bedroom where we sleep, we make love, we have intimate conversations, the bathroom where we, beautify ourselves and we, wash our hair and we, we focus on the aesthetic parts of ourselves. Homes are incredibly important. And I tie this back to your health. So also to be heartful and mindful of your connection to, so the health of your home reflects the health of your own psyche, right? And the biggest indicator is cleanliness, it's organization, okay? And everyone cleanliness is a whole spectrum when you're running a household, okay? Like a single person's gonna be different from a family of 5 or 6 or 10 people, a couple, or an older person, or a widow, or it's gonna have a different feel, different vibe. But just to stay heartful, and I feel at this time, just really connect with your home. What does it really feel like to be home? Do you feel warm? Do you feel warmth? Do you feel comfort? Do you feel anxiety, right? I know at this time, many of us are spending either lots and lots of time in our homes, away from friends, away from our social norms, and in front of a screen, okay? And it can bring about a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear of missing out, a lot of just needing or just thinking. I find that when you have technology inside the home, it can bring you out of the present. You kind of detach from what you're growing, and you're just kind of like, you have all this energy here. But when you take the time to close your laptops, close your screens down, open up a book, or just not even have any music, just be in your space in quiet, and connect with the chores, connect with washing the dishes, connect with cooking that fabulous meal, really connect with the herbs and the spices that you're using in your dish. I'm really feeling this very feminine, homey, warmth type of energy with this rune right now. It's almost like, and home also is the energy of a home can hold a lot of nostalgia, right? Like a mixture of different fumes. You can think of, especially around the holidays, but not even that. Like when you're, making fresh coffee in the morning, or when you're burning incense, during meditation, or making a fresh bath water for yourself when you're putting in your essential oils. Like, just really immerse yourself in comfort and making your home your own sanctuary. Allow your home to reflect your that warmth that you carry within yourself, that warmth of the firelight, right? Of the fireplace. What makes you feel at peace and tranquility within yourself. So that's what I'm really getting very strongly with this symbol here, is the health of your home. And do you feel home within yourself? Sometimes there are instances where people make their home their identity, meaning, they will clean every nook and cranny that they can find. They will organize and file every sheet of paper, and everything looks so pristine and so perfect to any outsider, but they still feel this disconnection within themselves. So I find that when I feel at home with myself, it's reflected in my environment. It's reflected in my sanctuary, which is your home. And when I'm not feeling very into it, like or centered within myself, dishes are unclean, papers everywhere, clothes are unwashed. I mean, a woman, especially with women out there, during that time of the month, usually it's very emotionally, it's very chaotic. Okay, it's just, we feel everything, our senses are heightened, everything is just kind of all over the place within ourselves, and that's okay. It's just part of the cycles. We're shedding, previous energies that we've been gathering over the days and weeks. And so around that time when women are most sensitive, usually things are a little chaotic. And then it's always around that new moon energy where things are very clean. You feel like you want to start over. You want to start, organizing your thoughts and planting the seeds, right? So that around that time of chaos, meaning full moon energy, things just start blooming and blossoming and manifesting. You can sit back and relax and just watch everything unfold. But again, it's when everything is reflecting everything. Okay. And another thing that just kind of came to me at this moment is closets. Yeah, closets. Closets are a special space in the home because there's either some closets have light, some closets have very little light, some closets have no light, but it's a place where we store our things we don't use, things that are not very important, or things that are incredibly important, things that we want to keep out of sight because it's not really fitting with whatever is happening in the space. For example, in springtime, you're not going to have your boots and your scarves and your jackets all over the place. You're going to stow them away or store them away inside a closet. Well, try to use the same example for your own energy. How are you using your closet? Take a peek in there and see what's inside. Is it organized? Is it chaotic? Is it stuffed? A lot of the time, the things that we don't want to bother with emotionally, we stuff them inside. We allow it to fester, and we just keep throwing our old thoughts and our old emotions and things that are that we should look at, we stuff away. And those things grow, and it's like the things that we plant, the emotions that we plant, the thoughts that we plant, they can grow strong roots, right? And these strong roots can either be very healthy or unhealthy. And you have to be mindful and heartful that sometimes you need to clear out that closet. And sometimes you need to uproot those roots that are causing issues in your relationships in the home, your financial or your relationship with abundance and your financial health. I know paper tends to be a really I think everyone deals with this. I know we're entering into, with this whole social reset, we're entering into a reality where we're going to live in a very paperless society. Okay, that's coming. Paper and books are going to be a very, very rare thing you'll see, I think, in the next 10 to 15 years, or maybe even sooner than that. But I know for a fact, growing up as a little kid, in a home, my own mother would always struggle with piles and piles of paper. It's like the paper just over time just grew into this entity, and no matter where you try to stuff it, in every drawer or in every bag or in every box, it would always kind of start to creep out, and have a life of its own. If you think of all the things, those old magazines, newspapers, receipts, all those things just start to gather, old certificates you don't even hang on the wall. All these things that we hold on to, and it tends to kind of take a hold onto us. And so when you're cleaning out that closet, okay, the closet could represent, the subconscious mind. Okay, we just pack things away in there, but over time, you have to clean it out, and you have to be proactive in it. Okay, so this Rune is representative of healing, of just that herb medicine. Man, it really keeps coming back. I don't know why. So maybe one of my listeners out there, you're incorporating that more into the house. I don't know if it's in the form of intaking herbs or burning incense, taking fennel seeds or something that deals very strongly with herbs, but it really ties into your well-being. So maybe drink hot tea, to really calm your nerves. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting so far with this. And also, I'm going to just switch it up a little bit here. The arrow, right? The arrow. So we have our herb medicine. We have the need to be healthy, okay? And this just is coming through to me right now. Sometimes when we want to focus on our health, we get overwhelmed. We get overwhelmed because we want so badly to make a change in our life, a very good and long-term healthy decision that we want to make. And sometimes we bite off too much. We bite off way too much. And we bite off more than what we can chew. And so with this arrow energy, choose one thing that you want to improve on, that you want to really connect with, and give it your full-blown attention. All right? Shoot that arrow in the direction towards the thing that you really wish to heal. Okay? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. If it's a physical ailment or a health issue, really connect with that. Sit in meditation. Talk to that pain, that physical pain you feel. For those of you who suffer from arthritis, or talk to that tumor, okay? Talk to the diabetes. Talk to the very thing that is causing you imbalance. Because anything that's happening to us physically is going to affect us emotionally and spiritually and mentally. Because we're sentient beings, okay? And most of us will try to, avoid the arrow. Sometimes this arrow is coming towards us, meaning when we avoid our health, okay, then the very thing that we try to avoid will then turn on us in a way. A lot of the time in homes, there are unhealthy ways to deal with, emotions and mental health. You drink, alcohol, substance abuse, drug use, or maybe even we use sex, we use technology to just avoid. And so because here's the thing, with the arrow, you can have more than one arrow coming at you. Sometimes it's just one little thing you're having to face and you're avoiding it. But I find that, and I feel that there are a lot of arrows just, darting towards just one person, and it can be so overwhelming and isolating. And so, when it comes to dealing with or making a healthier choice for yourself, be patient, but be consistent. Be patient and be consistent. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull just one rune, and that's going to be the seed, the type of seed that as a human collective we're planting, okay? Because whatever we choose to plant, we're planting seeds all the time, okay? Through our thoughts and emotions and our actions. But whatever comes through, whatever grows is going to grow. Whether it's negative, whether it's positive, whether it's an alignment of you, whether it's authentic, whether it's planted from someone else, right? Something's growing. So I'm going to pull a rune here. Just one. It's going to be, oh, wow. Again, I think in the last rune there was the bee, and here it is. It's in the shape of a bee. And this is very good energy. Wow. So focus on this one seed. Okay? This one idea you have. This one thing you want to incorporate in your home. Whether it's cleaning or reorganizing the whole place, whether it's energetically cleansing the whole thing. If anyone out there needs tips on how to do that, I can definitely help with that. I'm a very firm believer in cleansing the land, whatever land that you reside on. Okay, whether it's a fresh, new, brand new home built on the land, because here's the thing, the land, the earth that we walk on is old, it is ancient, it holds so much energy. Mother Gaia, okay? We can say, oh yeah, I own this land is my land. You know, my land. This land has been passed down from my great granddaddy, and in all honesty, just that's nothing in the time frame of the age of Mother Gaia, of our planet, of our earth, of our mother. So it's, you know, and if anything, we're caretakers of the earth. So those of you who are lucky to own actual land out there, that is probably one of the most honorable roles to play in this lifetime. So back to the seed. So planting your ultimate joy, the most loving idea that you have for your home, plant it. Go ahead and plant it, and you'll produce the fruit. Okay, and those fruits will produce seeds, and you can plant more seeds. Okay, that this is very lovely energy here, and so that's all I have to share right now for my for this rune reading. Please, if this resonates with you, please by all means let me know. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to do anything. But I really would like to hear how you feel about this reading. And yeah, that's most important to me than receiving a like and a subscription. I rather really know that you're feeling what I'm feeling through this reading. That's most important to me. Also, if you feel the call to connect with me personally, please feel free to email me. My email is in the link below, or in the oh gosh, what do you call that? Okay, so it's left my mind. But my information's below, and we can set up a free rune reading, and please donate if you feel the need to, but my offering is free. So, you know, this is a service to, you know, humankind. I don't, you know, this is something I'm not trying to gain some kind of leverage on. I don't feel the call for that right now at this moment. I just really want to connect with you. And so if you do feel called and you'd like to have receive a personal rune reading from me, by all means, let me know in the comments, or you can send me an email. Also, my website will be set up soon, hopefully by the end of this week. And also, please check out my second YouTube channel if you would like to listen to meditation music that can help you during your own personal energy work. I feel so happy and grateful that you've made it through the 30 minutes of this rune reading. I hope you find this, hope this finds you well, and I hope this, plants a beautiful seed for you, spiritually speaking. And yes, so please just honor your home and center yourself within yourself and really just connect to the sacredness of your space and know that your home is a reflection of you. Okay? So, with that, I will leave you now, and please continue to have a wonderful and beautiful evening. Thank you so much for listening.